YouTube, Sciz1 here, and I'm delivering you the second half of my canvas tutorial. So in this half of the tutorial, you have your piece, and right now you can kind of tell the piece is kind of dark. It blends in with the background a bit. So what I'm going to do now is show you a few different things that work for me and that I use to help brighten the piece up and help just make it look more complete and just finished, I guess. So the first thing is, as I mentioned, the piece is kind of dark. It doesn't exactly fit well with, it doesn't pop out, it's nothing that makes it jump at you, or it doesn't stand out. So what I like to do is I like to simulate light being drawn in from somewhere. So the way I do that is just, what I do is put I pick kind of a side type thing, and every line on that side, you put kind of a white line by it. Some people like to do them thicker, some people thin. It's all just kind of personal preference, but it doesn't really look good unless it makes sense. So let's say I pick kind of this side. If there's a light on this side, so I'd end up putting just kind of white. Sorry, this marker's not working. Oh gosh. End up kind of putting like a white lines anywhere on any lines that are facing that way. So just like that. So I do that for the whole piece. So I'll do that now. But it pretty much only makes sense if you do it in light colors that complement the piece. White always works for it. It always looks good. Yellow, mostly. But yeah, those are the two main ones that look good most of the time, so I'll finish filling that in for you guys now. Okay, so now that I'm finished that, hopefully you understand what I was saying better. It's kind of difficult to explain, but as you can see, all of the white lines, they're all on this side of the piece, if you know what I mean. They're all like, it's really hard to explain. I'm really just kind of hoping you are understanding by seeing it here. It's a really good and easy way to make your piece look better if you know how to do it. Once you know how to do it, it's quite useful. So I'm kind of hoping you just understand what I mean on that part of things. So it does brighten the piece up, as you can see. It just adds a lot of, it makes it pop out a bit more. But the overall outline color is pretty dark. It's the darkish blue, and also with the 3D, it's in places that is kind of like right there, you can't really tell where it's going. It's hard to visualize because it's just all one color. So you can also add kind of highlights to that as well. that is another way which is really good and easy to make your piece brighter, more popping out. So I think for this, a yellow would look good. So make sure we're good with the marker here. Okay, so with that, I have all the 3D kind of going towards a point here in the middle, right in the center. So with places like right here, where it's just kind of blended together, there's 3 kind of blocks there. It's a bit hard to see what's going on. What you can do is kind of just make it to a point. Kind of like make kind of 2 lines there, and then end up curving it around. So if I do that where the lines would go right here, see, even with just those 2, it helps you visualize a lot better, kind of where the blocks are and where the 3D is that goes with the blocks. And I can do it with this one as well. Yeah, I'll have to kind of perfect it a bit, but you can see it just helps right off the bat. Helps you visualize it a lot better. It helps it be brighter. Several different things at once, which is really good. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and do the whole thing for that and kind of just take some of the lines off it that you need taken off. Because if you make them too fat, it just kind of looks like it's scribbled on, not very neat. So I'll finish that, and at the end you can see how that looks as well. Okay, so I'm done this now, and as you can see, it does make it a little brighter. Not as much because I use kind of a yellow. But if I hold certain places up, you know where the 3D was, like on the S over right there, you can see now all the little blocks. You can tell what 3D belongs to it, and it makes it a lot more clear, easier to visualize. And also, another thing that's pretty important that I forgot to mention, the lines, when you're making them, they need to go towards where your 3D is going. So, like, in the center here, see, they're all going towards the center, and the rest of them they're just following the 3D. That's all they're doing, following the 3D, that's all they need to do. So, yeah, that's pretty much that aspect of it. And in your fill-in, I won't demonstrate this just because I already have a fill-in done, but some people like to do, you know, they fade colors together, so they have more than one color in their fill-in, and some people put just different highlights in there, like dots and just different effects like that. It's just a matter of personal taste, I guess. That's what makes your art yours, so go for it, do whatever you want with that. And so the only thing really left I can do on this piece, I'm thinking, is probably a background. Now with backgrounds, it's kind of the same thing. There's, like, it's just all personal choice. You can do several different things with them. And you know what, I'm actually going to go get a couple pieces that I have to show you different types of backgrounds I have on them, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a few different canvases here now. The first one, it's just, I do this with a lot of them. I do kind of you know, like, I don't know what you'd call these, just kind of dots, paint splatters mixed in with, like, rays of, you know, that type of thing. But I don't know what, I don't really think they have a real name or anything, so. And, another thing, which I might do for my tutorial piece, is, I just have a cruddy little throwy here that I've done. It's, like, just the purple right there, it's just kind of splattering, coming outwards from the piece. I do that sometimes as well. And then you can get kind of different, more funky, and do things like that as a background. It's all just personal preference, as I said. And almost all my things, though, I go right around the piece with a certain color, just to kind of give it a complete, makes it pop a lot more, I find. So I do that with a lot of my pieces, especially when they have dark backgrounds like this. So I will do a background on here and show you what I did. You know, there's not really any, it's all personal preference, so I can't really instruct or tell you any tips about things I do with backgrounds, but I'll make a background right now just to show you. Okay, so I finished the background now. The piece is, I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I'm running out of time anyway, so I think it's, I tried kind of a different style background just to show you can do, like, I just kind of made kind of like a bursting thing. Hopefully what you take away from this is that you can do any type of background you want, well, this segment of the video. Yeah, it's just all personal preference for a lot of the stuff, and I would never use this in an actual piece I was doing. Like if I was trying to do it well or anything, I just did this piece for the tutorial, but yeah, I think I've given you a lot of what I know and strategies I use for canvases, so I hope you I hope you've learned something from it. I hope you like it, and I hope it helps you most of all. So rate, comment, subscribe. More videos will be coming soon. I've got a few different things I'm going to be doing. So that canvas is for sale if anyone wants it. Just shout out. But yeah, so yeah, rate, comment, subscribe. Peace.